You are about to listen to the full interview with Sandradiputra. Sections of it were originally included in our Orang Pendek episode. Sandradiputra is a cryptozoologist who lives in Indonesia and tirelessly searches for undiscovered animals. We learn more about the local beliefs and what he has done to search for the creature. A disclaimer, the recording conditions were not ideal, but we still hope you enjoy. Do you consider yourself a cryptozoologist?
Yes, I would like to say as cryptozoologist for now because my background is never take study in anthropology because my background in education is education. I'll be teacher someday, but I don't want to be teacher.
Could you maybe, just for people who don't know what a cryptozoologist is, could you maybe just kind of describe what that is?
Yes, cryptozoologist is the subject to learn unknown animals and or hidden animal in the world. Is like a Bigfoot in the United States and the Yeti, also Yowie in Australia, and Orang Pendek in the Sumatra. I think that not many people in the world know about the cryptozoology world in Sumatra, because we have also when go to forest finding something Sumatran Bigfoot, I got some the big print as well in the forest. It's not only the Orang Pendek.
Yeah, and that's the Bigfoot you're referring to. Is that the Orang Gadang? Maybe I'm saying
Orang
that wrong.
Gadang, yes, Orang Gadang.
Could you maybe talk?
Game.
Yeah, could you maybe talk a little bit about the Orang Pendek? Because I actually don't know much about it. I saw some of the videos you sent where you had talked about it, but that was actually one of the first times I'd heard of it. So curious to hear more.
Yes. When I was in the West Sumatra, I think the Orang Gadang is like different places with the Orang Pendek. Orang Pendek is species special in the Sumatra Kerinci. But when I was visiting the West Sumatra, I found something new creatures. By interview local people, he told me about the creatures, the really big, about the height, 2 meters, something like that, and then so strong. He called the Orang Gadang and Mawas.
I'd like to go back to Orang Gadang later, but maybe let's focus on the Orang Pendek for right now. Have you ever seen the Orang Pendek yourself?
No.
What evidence exists that you've seen that convinces you that it might be a real creature?
When I was visit the one area in near the Gunung Tuju, it called Kubang Gajah. When I found the prints in the ground, so I heard something like noisy in my bag. So I run back and then take some photos. Also in my home, I make a zoom on my photos. Then I found like the creatures in the on the tree. So anyway, I sent this photo to my friends in the friends. So it something to my pictures also, and then I sent to Sean Parker from the Canada, and then he makes some sketch about these creatures.
I know that there's a lot of folklore that surrounds Orang Pendek.
Yes, yeah. Many like many sources from the local people, also different folklore, many version. One version say like this creatures is a curse people in the past time. He makes something like wars in the village, also like curse and then go to forest and convert to be a monkey, something like that. But this is no proof. No proof for until now. I just tell the Orang Pendek is like a missing link.
Yeah, I know that they found those fossils on the island Flores of Homo floresiensis back in 2004, I think. Do you think that there could be a connection between the fossils of Homo floresiensis and what the Orang Pendek is?
Could be because the Orang Pendek is there is no proof in Sumatra. Nobody found the bones in Sumatra. Only people just see in person about the Orang Pendek. Then found the footprint, something like that. Only that, no found bones. But I was in expedition with Adam Davis in the 2009. We found some hairs. We collect some hairs and then send to the Copenhagen University. I think So he found there's some DNA, different DNA with the monkey and the human, half a monkey, half human, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Where is the Orang Pendek most commonly sighted in Indonesia?
Well, most people look for Orang Pendek in the Gunung Tujuh. And then when I was in the expedition, I explored many forests in Sumatra. One day in Bengkulu, and whereas Bengkulu, Bengkulu have some good story as well about the Orang Pendek. Based on the history from the Dutch colonial time, the Orang Pendek first sighting in Bengkulu in Bukit Kaba.
A lot of people compare or think that the Orang Pendek could be a misidentified gibbon or orangutan. What do you think is different about the Orang Pendek that makes it not possible to be either one of those?
Well, it is like a simple description. I mean, because when I did some interview with the local people, he told me about the Orang Pendek walk upright, and then gibbon is not like that. So that's only different thing because many monkey is not like walk like human or upright something like that. So that's only that's it.
So you knew Alex Schlegel, who did the camera trapping project you mentioned.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
how did you guys come to know each other?
Well, first I was working on the internet cafe before, so I like always come to my internet cafe because I think the city only have one internet cafe. That's me. So his guide, his guide, not cannot use the internet. So I like told to his guide, you have to make friends with this man. Uh, yeah, so he can help us to send information to the United States, something like that. So we have some talking with Alec about the next about the project. I mean, so after I come back to the United States for holiday, I mean, I make friends with his guide and then talk about our pendek and then send information to United States with to Alex and to Peter Ulrich. And then Alex come back again to the Sumatra and then stay at my home about 3 months.
Oh, 3 months. Wow.
Yeah,
So he was there for a
three
while.
months. So from that Alex teach me some English conversation as well because he speak Indonesian very well. Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
go out with them when they set up the cameras? Were you
Yes.
involved in the project?
Only a few times when I come back to the United States, I set up camera for the few time with the Sahar. His name Sahar, his name is Sahar, and then learn about the appendix as well with Sahar, and then come back. Not too long to work with the organic project with Alex. I think only few time to go to forest because I have to finish my study as well.
I think Alex mentioned that Sahar maybe recently passed away.
Yes,
Is that?
yeah.
But although Alex mentioned something interesting, that Sahar, for a very long time, was very skeptical of the Orang Pendek, but right near the end of his life, Alex said that he had actually seen the creature, and he
Yeah.
was very surprised. Do you know? He didn't know much about the story around that. Do you know the story around that?
In 2009, Sahara seen the creatures with my friends Adam Davis. Uh, we did we did expedition in 2009. There is like a member Richard Freeman, Adam Davis, Dave, and then Christopher Clark. We explored the Gunung Tujuh. So at that time, we split the two team in the forest. Sahar and Dev in a different area. Me, Adam, and Richard we go to different area. Lucky, Sahar and Dev see the Orang in person. So that 2011 we did expedition again to the forest. After that, Sahar passed away.
Yeah. What did Sahar tell you exactly what he saw and like how it came about? Like what was the creature doing? What did it look like?
Well, he saw the Orang Pendek. They climb the tree. Climb the tree. So when he want to take some photos for Orang Pendek, then the Orang Pendek go away, run very fast, something like that.
And it ran away on two legs like a human, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever seen any footprints that you think could be Orang Pendek?
Yes, many of on the prints could be the Pendek tracks. Also, I went to 2012 from my project starting with the Cliff Rackman. I sent many prints to United States until 2016. So I think hundreds of prints have been sent to the Cliff
Oh
Rackman.
wow, that's a lot. And
Really?
what happens? Like, do they have any of them been identified, or any still unexplained? Like, what happens with that?
Uh, I'm not sure about what the clip to my friends have been sent because my job only look for the prints and then interview the local people and then send something. Okay, just finish about it.
So you don't hear after you send it, you don't necessarily hear what the verdict is on the print.
Well, if my solo project, yes, I sell my footprint to few people in the United States. Also, when I crowdfunding and the GoGetFunding.com, I sent to uh, a man from the United States, Vance Martin, I mean his name. I sent a prince to him.
And then the prints. What do the prints look like? Like, what makes an Orang Pendek print identifiable compared to like anything else that you might find in the jungle?
Well, five toes. They have the five toes, and then the thumb, the more like I can explain how to say like that. Maybe you can say the cliffbarkman.com. You can search about the European prints, and then I sent to him. I mean,
Great. Yep. I did see those. Yep. Do you know Debbie Martyr? Are you familiar
uh,
with her work?
yes, I know her, but only meet for one time. I think because when I was interviewed for my book, I only meet with one time. Yes,
Hmm.
but
Do you know
I
much about her
not
work and what she
not
did?
much about her. But when I was this interview with her, he told to me he have seen the Orang Pendek in Gunung Tuju and in Bengkulu as well.
Did she give you any information about how she saw the creature? Like what happened when she saw it?
Not too much. He told to me. She told to me about the creatures. I mean, he told only he found the Orang Pendek in the Gunung Tuju, and then he go to Bengkulu to do some expedition, and then he found the Orang Pendek as well. Something like that. Only that I think.
When you go out and look for the Orang Pendek, what do you do? Do you go camp in the jungle? Like what sort of work do you do when you're looking for it?
First time I go to the village, and then they did some interview to the local people. This important for me. Uh, and then and then he take me to go to the forest, and then in the deep forest we make camp about a few days in the forest, and then look for around to look for the some prints, and then look for some hares, and then come back to the village again.
How often do you go?
I can count, I cannot count because
Really? That
yeah,
many?
too many location I visit for the pandemic. I think for 1 month I can go about 3 times, 4 times, something like that to good forest.
How long do you stay out in the forest?
So about the 5 days. Sometimes 5 days, 3 days, something like that. But if I go to with the big team, we can stay the 10 days in the forest.
Yeah, I actually have Richard Freeman. I have his book, and I was reading about his time in Indonesia. Did he find anything? Was that just on that expedition you guys took where Sahar saw the Orang Pendek? Was there any other encounters he had in his trip while he was there with you?
Yeah. But I think Rich's book is very good. So because he puts many material, but I think he missed something. He missed something places that good to go to look for cryptozoologist work. I think if Richard Freeman hear about this conversation, I hope he go to West Sumatra to look for the another creatures. Also in Bengkulu, Bengkulu has some aquatic monkey as well.
What's
Yes.
that? What's the aquatic monkey? What's that called?
Aquatic monkey is a creature stay in the on the river. It's like a monkey. Monkey stay in the river and then get some eat some fish. That's funny. That's funny. I think.
What's it called? What's the name for
Ah,
that?
siamang ayer. Siamang ayer.
I'll have to look that one up. I haven't heard of that one.
Yes. There's only few people to look for them. In Indonesia, I think only two people look for them from first from the TV channel from Indonesia, and then the second myself.
You've gone and looked for. Did you see any evidence for it?
No, I think this only like folklore from the local people over there. Yes, but one thing interesting for me when I did some interview in the local people, and then they claim have the seen the Shamang Ayer. Also, Shamang Ayer have some victims from the local people.
How do you see effects of like the deforestation of the jungles in Indonesia affecting Orang Pendek and how we're gonna find it? Like, how do you see that affecting
Well,
the search?
uh, that's something mess from Indonesia. I mean, from the outside, the forest is very good, and then when we go to the inside the forest, we see many illegal logging activities.
If someone who's listening to this is interested in like learning more about you, is there a good place for them to follow your work and like follow your search for these creatures? And if you're going to put out a new book, do you have like a website that they can go to?
Yes, I just set up my website, but this is not only for the cryptozoologist work. Sometimes I put my experiences, go to expedition, and then something about my traveling work, something like that. You can find my website in Dali and Friends, as adventures.com. Also, can find me on my Instagram, something like that.
And what's your Instagram again?
Uh, Dali Sandradiputra.
Gotcha. Great.
That's it.
Maybe we could talk a little bit more about Orang Pendek. I'm probably saying that wrong before we go because this was the first I'd heard about it. So is it more aggressive than the Orang Pendek? I thought I heard some information that it might be a more aggressive, hostile creature.
Yes, Orang Pendek is I think not too many sighting about these creatures, because uh, the local people is not focused to look for the orang gadang. I mean something like that because when the local people go to forest for the looking some bird or something else, he just find the orang gadang and then don't want to talk to the people in the outside the forest. I just keep the secret information. I'm lucky. Yes, I'm lucky because I just I did some interview. Few people look for the orang gadang. Yeah, but orang gadang location is West Sumatra, not in Kerinci.
Do you believe the Orang Gadang could be a real creature?
Of course, because I found many prints of orang gadang as well in the forest in the West Sumatra. Also, on I think in 2014 when I did some expedition in the West Sumatra, all of the prints I found is not the Orang Pendek prints, very big prints.
Kind of like a Bigfoot. What we would think of as the
Yes,
American Bigfoot.
some like a Bigfoot,
But you're saying there aren't necessarily a lot of sightings of it at the moment, right?
right?
Not many people have seen it.
Yes.
Or do you have any plans to go out and look more for that creature?
Yes. When I collect my money, and then I save my money, and then go to the forest to look for the creatures. For now, just break it down because I have to finish my second book. If get some funding from my second book, I can go to forest again. Something like that.
Anything that I haven't asked you about in regards to the Orang Pendek that you think it might be useful for people to know about?
Yes, something like our pendek come to the shelter of the farmer to take some sugar and then oil, and then the our pendek eats all. Also to digging something in his farm, because many our pendek sighting come to the farm, then digging something like potatoes or just look for insects, something like that. Yeah.
Have any farmers ever tried to like prevent Orang Pendek from stealing their crops or food?
Yes, so in person about Orang Pendek grabbed his food, something like that, in the border with Sumatra and the Kerinci. We did some interview in the 2011 because the Orang Pendek come down from the forest to his farm and then break up his shelter and then grab his sugar and put everything his shelter and then go to outside and then in another place they were panic digging something in his farm potatoes and then go up to forest again something like that.
Has anyone ever trapped one? Have you ever heard any stories of anyone trapping one or catching one when it sneaks onto the property?
Like I said before, I have the capture the picture of Orang Pendek, but not sure because many trees of them. So I don't want people told me that I have to get some sick in my brain.
Do you believe the Orang Pendek could be a real creature? Let us know on our Twitter and Instagram at strange_phenom and on Facebook at Strange Phenomenon, all one word. Please give us a review and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app. Visit www.strange-phenomenon.com for a full list of sources and more episodes. Strange Phenomenon is hosted by Ray Tarara. It's written and produced by RJ Blake and Ray Tarara. Theme music by Tara Monk. Additional music provided by Sergei Cheremizanov.